Hello, how the devil are we? So, welcome back to a new video and welcome back to a new vlog. So, it is a new week. Before we get started, a massive thank you to everybody that commented on my last video to, where was it? Carlisle and Penrith. Some great feedback on that video, some great comments. Thank you very much, guys, and some really nice comments on how the video has really inspired some people, and it was nice to see an insight to the sort of places that we go, that I went, and that you can possibly go yourselves. So thanks very much for your comments, guys, on the last video. Much appreciated. You actually do rejoin me today. I mean, if it is the first time, before I forget, if it is the first time you've been to this video and you haven't already subscribed, give us a subscribe to the channel. Your support is always, you know, I'm very grateful for your support all the time, no matter, you know, whether you're a driver yourself or whether you're not a driver or whether you're looking to join the industry or thinking about it. Hopefully my videos will give you some sort of insight to the industry and what we do day in, day out to a degree on the roads and where we go, etc. What challenges we face as well. So yeah, give us a little subscribe and a thumbs up. I'm also on social media as well, so come and join me on there if you've got any questions. More than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Apart from that, we are currently, it is Monday morning, we are currently in Bristol. We're in Bristol and we are unloading at the moment. It's a backdoor tip, so we're just on a bay at the moment. This is a completely new one that I've never been to before. We was booked in for 7:30, but had a few problems coming down the road. Trying to get across Dartford Bridge this morning was a bit of a nightmare because they closed the bridge. They cordoned it all off and I was stuck in that traffic for a little while, which put me behind. So we didn't get to Bristol until I think it was 8:30. It's now 9:45. They've started unloading me now. And yeah, that's where we are at the moment. So the plan for today is to, once this is tipped, they've just started taking the it's paper reels I'm taking off. They're taking off. Once we're finished here, we're going to a place called Ross and Wye. You've seen me go there before. It's insulation, and that's going to, I think it's going to Oxford, I think it is. So that's due to be trying to get that tipped before 4 o'clock today. Whether that gets done or not, I don't know just yet, because we don't know what time we're going to get out of this place. So it's a case of play it by ear. If we can't get it off today, it'll have to come off the first thing tomorrow morning. It's going to, where's it going to? Hughes Grays. It's going to a builder's merchants. So we'll see if we can get that loaded and off today. But obviously don't know yet because of timings and stuff. It's really 10 to 10 as well. They've got a full load of reels to take off here. So I reckon I'll be here till probably about 10:30 at the very earliest. But we'll see how we do. Once we're done there, that's pretty much our next job for today or for the morning. We'll see how we do. Apart from that, that's pretty much the rundown. I just want to give you, sort of say good morning to you. Hope you're all doing well, of course. I hope you had a great weekend, whatever you was doing with your friends, your family, etc. I know there's a few people who commented on the last video. I got a few messages, in fact, on social media. A couple of people have passed their tests, so congratulations to you guys who passed. You know who you are. And yeah, so it seems like more and more people who have basically sort of come across my channel, my videos, whichever means, are doing really well and passing, and some real it's good to see new passers on the road, because obviously I think the industry needs it. Good drivers who are committed and who want to get involved. So, you know, I hope it all works out for you. Apart from that, I've got a new toy. I think I mentioned it in my last video that I'm going to get myself a remote for these for the multiple cameras, so I haven't got to touch cameras when I'm driving. It's safer. I tend to use the app, but obviously I try not to touch the phone when I'm driving. I don't try not to do it whatsoever, because obviously obvious reasons. But I've got myself a little device. I've got myself a little remote control. It's a GoPro remote, and I'm going to control my cameras via this now. So you can actually control multiple cameras using the remote control. This is a GoPro remote. Online it looks a lot bigger than this, but this is tiny. You look at the size of my hand. It's probably the same size as the palm of my hand. I can actually just hold it like that. That's how small it is. It's not very big. So when you open the box, it takes you by a surprise. But yeah, I've invested into a little GoPro remote. I think it was £80, £79, I think it was. Postage included. I think it was like £82, £83 I paid for it. It's a lot of money just for a little remote, but it's something that I need. I use it on a regular basis. The camera is recording videos, so I thought it'd be safer and a lot more sort of user friendly, or you know, to use that so I can just press the button. It doesn't affect me driving, and yeah, the cameras will roll and turn off as and when. So I've invested into one of those. I'm going to start using this week and see if it helps. And yeah, I'm still getting used to it. So I've used it to turn this camera on and it works perfectly fine. So yes, that's our start. I don't know what I've got ahead of me this week. I don't know what challenges and jobs I've got. So we'll see what happens. But obviously I'll update you as and when. I'm going to try and get out at least 2 videos this week. So I'm going to record today, tomorrow, get a video out for tomorrow evening or Wednesday, and then get another video out towards the end of the week for you guys. Show you a bit more content this week, or show you a bit more what I'm doing on the road. And if I can show you what I'm doing around the sort of trailer with regards to loading, unloading and stuff, I'll do that for you as well. Not much to show you at the moment because it's a backdoor tip. You can't see nothing, which with reels doesn't tend to happen that often, but on this occasion it does. Normally they take out the reels on both sides of the curtains, so we're all good. Apart from that, I am going to put the kettle on, have a brew, and then I'll get back to you shortly more when we're back on the road, I guess, and give you an ETA for when we get to Wales for our reload. I haven't put it in the sat-nav yet, but I shall tell you what it's going to be time-wise very shortly. So I'll get back to you soon, guys, when we're back on the road. All right, I'll speak to you very shortly. Tipped. Oh, right. So we're tipped. We've got our paperwork. Paperwork's away. Engine's on. Let's warm her up for a second. My steering wheel out. Right. Should we see if this new remote works? Ready? Front camera is on. Now. Hey! My new little toy. It works. I haven't got to touch the cameras now. It's wonderful. It just switches on. Right. One thing I'm struggling with though at the moment is it's working for the front camera, but not this one. So I need to work out how to multi-pair the cameras. I've only just started using it this morning, by the way, so it's test and trial. Right, so we're tipped. So it's now 10:28. We've been here an hour and a half, just under an hour and a half. So I'm going to just move forward. Oh, what was that? I'm going to close the back doors. Neutral handbrake. Yep. Right, I'm just going to close the back doors, guys. We are. We've been driving. Let me just close the back doors. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry. 2 seconds. Right, so we do have a slight problem. I've just noticed it, and I did my vehicle checks this morning, and the marker lights on the trailer was working fine earlier. I've just noticed. I thought I'd double check it because it was flickering this morning, but it was working fine. Of course, it was static after the engine was running. I've just noticed one of the marker lights on the top of the trailer is out, which is not ideal, of course. Let's put you there. But we'll have to have a look at that and log it as a defect. Let's move off this bay. I do need to lift the mid-axe, which I'll do in just a second once I'm straight. Right, let's lift the tank axle. Let's lift that up because we're light now. We don't need to worry about having that load. We're nice and light, and we're only an hour and a half from our reload. Let's make sure that's up, which it is. It doesn't feel like it's working. I don't know why. Sorry guys. You know when you lift your mid-axle up, sometimes you normally feel it raising. I couldn't feel it and I was thinking, why not? Right, let's go. Okay, right, we're off to our next job. Let's get to our reload. We are 1 hour and 14 minutes away, but it'll probably be about an hour and a half because I'm not going to go through Gloucester. I'm going to go through, I'm going to go up the M5 and then across down the M50 rather than through Gloucester and that sort of way, because going through the back ways takes forever. It takes forever going through Gloucester. I'm not going to go through that way because it'll take me so long. It's stop start roundabouts everywhere, you know. You see me? Yep. It's DHL. They've had a fire alarm go off and all the staff have evacuated the building. It's DHL. Their fire alarm. DHL Bristol. That's Paragon there, isn't it? Yeah. Hey ho. Right. So we're going right at the end here. That's quite a straightforward one to find, actually. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't too bad finding that one, actually. We're all good. And we're away. Back on the road. Let's get to our reload. So the office have got in touch with me asking if I'm tipped yet. About half an hour plus 40 minutes ago, half an hour. I said I wasn't, they've just started. So it's taken them just under an hour to get me tipped in total, grabbing my paperwork and that as well. I was on site a bit longer than that. Well, actually no, in fact over an hour to get tipped. It took them a bit of time once I was on the bay. Well, I had to get onto the bay, give them the paperwork of course, get onto the bay. And then it took them a bit of time to tip me, start tipping me should I say. But yeah, right, so we're going to head towards the M5 and then we're going to make some progress there. We're nice and light. Yeah, so I'm not sure if you've noticed, but I've had my hair cut. I've had a shave over the weekend. I'm a lot cleaner. I look a lot cleaner. Fresher, should I say, is the word I'm looking for. I had a nice haircut. I needed a haircut because when I get home at the weekends, I mean, I try and get my haircut every 2 to 3 weeks, every 3 weeks usually, or at least once a month. But let's get around this way. Deliveroo, eh? Deliveroo. I try and have a haircut at least once a month. I try tried to get a haircut last weekend, but you know, you go home, you probably can relate to this as a tramper. You go home and when you go home, you're so focused on spending time with your kids, your wife, you know, your family basically. You don't get a time to sort of groom yourself. I'm not sure if you can relate to that. I mean, you're away a week as a tramper, you don't get time to spend time on you and get your hair cut and, you know, what have you. Well, I don't sometimes because I'm so busy doing other things. Weekends are planned to do stuff as a family. Got the whole, you know, my mortgage situation going on right now, so I've got my whole, all that going on as well. But anyway, I'm just glad I got time this weekend to get myself a haircut because I feel so much fresher, cleaner. I don't feel scruffy no more, long sideburns and that. I feel a lot better now I've had my haircut. I don't know, as a man, once you've had a haircut, you feel like a new man, you know. Yeah, so it's nice. I feel better. I feel fresh this week. I feel good, you know. I feel good. Yeah, we'll see. What did I do this weekend? What did I do? What did we do this weekend? Apart from stuff for the house. Going for that. A lot of that is nearly done now, but we went down to see. We went down to see our home. The process, or what point is that? Because it's not built yet. It's currently being built. And they've done the foundations. The foundations are in place. They have done they've started the drainage systems for the house. What lane am I meant to be in here? You can't even see the lanes here. Look, so poorly. You can't even see the lanes. Yeah, they've started the drainage systems, which is great. We're going right, aren't we? Yes. And yeah, happy days. They've started all that basically, and next phase after that, once the drainage systems are in place, they will be starting the first floor, which is basically the ground floor. They start building down and then making their way up to the landing and to the upper bedrooms and stuff like that. Basically, that's how they do it. So you get given a sort of a map or a time frame of when they're doing it, and it's amazing how quick they build a house. It's amazing how quick they do it. But yeah, yeah, we've got a lot of plans for our new house. Lots of plans, lots of things looking forward to doing to it. So it's going to be busy, but I'm hoping to have my own sort of office set up as well for the videos, where I can edit videos and put them together and stuff like that as well. So I'm looking to get on top of all that as well. You're gonna let me across? I need to get across. For Midlands we want, so I've got across there, which is good. Well, you don't get much time to get along there, do you? You got much, if there's ain't much room, not much time. You're gonna let me out. You have to let me out, mate. You're gonna have to let me out. What are you doing? There you go. Look, he's not letting me out. Now that's an example, right? I had plenty of room to get out there. I was committing. That car driver did not want to let me out. He did not want to let me out. He's put his foot down to try and get alongside me and stop me from leaving the bay there. Stop me from leaving the bay. Stop me from coming onto the motorway from the slip. He wasn't no way near me there. And as I'm approaching, I'm thinking, hang on a second, is he speeding up for a reason? He did, and he didn't make it. He was literally on the back end of my trailer. I've had to hit the brakes there, and he slammed the brakes on as well. And that's the inconsideration of other drivers on the road. They will not give way to a lorry driver. They will not give way to us. They do not understand the extra room we need, and they just got no consideration. A lot of drivers. That's a prime example there. I won't come out worse, it's him. He's only driving an Audi, but where's the consideration for HGV drivers? He's nowhere near me. I've got plenty of room to come out. Indicators are on. All of a sudden, I can see he starts speeding up. I can see him speeding up, and I'm thinking, what's he doing? He's actually going to try and get past me. I've already committed. Next thing I know, he's right next to my trailer. I'll let him go past. You'll see the car go past in a second. So dangerous. Don't get it. It's the one thing that really is irritating me on the roads at the moment, is that, where you just see it more and more. The car drivers are just not letting, not every driver I'm saying, but so many car drivers not letting you go. Absolute moron. You're coming past me now. No consideration for anyone. Registration, Hotel 5, Juliet Whiskey Oscar. You're on camera, buddy. So do anything silly, you're on camera. That Audi just there. He tried to race past me. Just no consideration for HGV drivers. Don't even... Stupidity. But you've seen for yourself there. You know, we're coming out from the slip. We've got plenty of room to come out from the slip. He was nowhere near me. And the next thing I know, I'm seeing him getting quicker and quicker. I'm thinking, hang on a second, I'm running out of road here. I've already committed. The indicators are on. And he's tried to race past me, and he's had to slam the brakes on halfway down my trailer. I've slammed the brakes on as well, just in case he didn't stop. At least no one gets injured. You know. You know, gotta have your wits about you as a driver, you really do. Anyway, Monday mornings, eh? Monday mornings. Now, clearly I don't have the right of way there, by the way, on the slip. I don't have the right of way. I've got to move myself into the flow of traffic, but he was nowhere near me. So I had plenty of room to commit to getting onto the motorway from the slip. And he decided to try and get around me last minute, which was stupid. All he's got to do is sit back and let me go, you know, but just stupidity. Madness. Anyway. I'm seeing more. See on the side of the Poundlands trailer, you got their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram logos on that trailer, and the back of the trailer here as well. I'm starting to see more and more of that on haulage companies' trailers now and stuff, which I personally think is a really good thing. They've got LinkedIn on as well. I think it's good that haulage companies are becoming more sort of brand aware, and they're using social media more to get themselves out there more, because let's face it, social media is not going nowhere. It's got a lot of negatives about it, but there is a lot of positives, I do think, as well, if you use it wisely, if you use it correctly, in the correct way, correct manner. But don't get me wrong, social media has a really negative effect on society, I find, as well. So let's face it, it does. But I think for business use, it really is a good thing for business. But, you know, see that a lot more on trailers now, social media. Follow us on social media, blah, 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 blah. See it so much more. Yeah, so anyway, we are on the M5. So we've got just over an hour to our reload. So what we'll do, make some progress, because I've been talking for 18 minutes now. And I'm going to try and, like I said, I'm going to try and do a couple of videos for you this week. I'll try and do 2 or 3 this week maybe for you, see how we do. I'll maybe try and shorten the videos a bit more. Just shorten the videos a bit more. For example, I might just record for today and then edit, or I might lead today's video into tomorrow and see how we get on there. Maybe we'll try and do that. That's a nice Merc. Ooh, Keedwell, brand new Merc. That is lovely. Yeah, we'll see how we do. We'll see how the day plans out first, and then go from there, I guess. Let's see how we do. But the weather's nice today. It's a lovely day. really nice day. It's 8 degrees outside, but the weather is actually quite nice. I'm going to see if I can get round this driver. He's going to speed up now. He's going downhill actually, so I'll stay behind him. As you go on an incline, a decline, most drivers who are heavy tend to speed up, so I'm best off just sitting behind him because he's doing 53, 54, so I'm doing 53. So anyway, we're doing good. So I've been waffling on for 20 minutes now, guys, so I'll cut this part of the video. I'll get back to you probably as we get to our reloads in about an hour plus, just over an hour's time, and show you what we're loading with. We're loading with insulation, so when we get there I'll switch the cameras on, guys, and you can come in with me. And the guys there are great. They're really nice loaders there, the forklift guys. I've got to know a couple, well, 2 of them, get chatting to at least one of them. They know who we are, recognise me now, so yeah, it's nice when you go to places and you talk to people and recognise each other, so all good. So yeah, I'll get back to you shortly, guys, when we get to our reload down the M50. So apart from that, I'll speak to you very shortly. Hi guys, welcome back. So we're just literally outside, about not even 2 minutes away from our reload in a place called Ross. Basically heading to sort of the borderlines of Wales. I think this is classed as Wales anyway, I think. So I've just stopped off for a quick 15-minute break. I've had nothing to eat since. I've been up since 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. Got into work about 4, just gone 4 o'clock in the morning. So that's when I started. So I've had nothing to eat since, and I thought, I've got to pull over and have at least a 20-minute break. I've cleared my taco ages ago, but I had to clear it earlier on before leaving site. So it wasn't really a break. The truck got a break, but I didn't get a break. So I'm just taking a quick 15-minute. Excuse me, pardon me. I've just had a sandwich and I've got a coffee from Greg's this morning. We're going to head off in a second, go into Ross, the insulation place, and get ourselves loaded. Now, this delivery is actually going to the border. It's a Swindon postcode. So it's a case of back up the M50, back on the M5, straight down the M5 towards Swindon, link onto the M4. Looking at the sat nav, M4, and the M4 takes us straight to where we need to be. However, I'll put on the screen for you now the route I'm going to take and how long it'll take us to get there. So we should get there before 4 o'clock. That's the last point of tipping. ETA is 2 o'clock at the moment, so it won't take long to get loaded in here. We're going to head across there now, get ourselves loaded. Hopefully it's not busy, and then we can push on and see if we can get this delivery off today. So yeah, I'm nearly out of screen wash. Need to top up the screen wash on the truck. So yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I had to get something to eat because I'm absolutely starving. Right, so I will switch the front camera on. We've got to reverse out of here, by the way. I'll switch the front camera on. My new little gadget. Now, here we go. Look at that. Magic. Haven't even got to touch the camera. Just need to get both these cameras working at the same time. That's what I need to do. Right. To make sure the mic's working fine. It is, isn't it? Right. So we need to reverse out here. So we're just going to ease ourselves back slowly. Make sure there's no one behind us. Mirrors at all times as we're easing ourselves out. That'll do. Get the tractor unit facing the angle I want to go in, and we're away. wind the window up. Well, that Volvo's lost its wheel. Car, by the way. What's that? Let's go over that pothole, try and get away from it. Mirrors, indicators. That car is letting me go. Thank you. Thank you very much. So thank you there. Just need to get across after this Volkswagen is out the way. We're turning right here. Right, so you've got them two pedestrians there just in front of me. So you've not only got your eye, not only are you watching cars either side of the mirror, you're making sure that pedestrians aren't walking out in front of you last minute as well. So you've just got to take your time. So we're going left here. I come across, we've got the all clear, there's no one on the offside. Good, just in. So around here, I think I've mentioned it on a video before, there is a truck stop here, if you're ever in Ross and Wye. It's on the left as we go down this road on the left, but it's a cattle. During the day, it's a cattle place where I think they sell cattle and stuff like that. But at night time, it turns into a truck stop where you can park. I think it's like £11 or £12 a night. But if you're desperate for parking, there is one there. I've never parked there before, never really needed to. But drivers do go in there to park. But during the day, it's a cattle place. So, bit of a blind spot this side. We're all good though. So yeah, this is how close we are from having a quick break to reload. I'm hoping when we get in there, it's not too busy. I can get straight in, book in and get straight onto a bay, which normally is the case, but if they're busy, it can be tricky. But yeah, the mornings are really busy here because you get, I've been here and I'm like 9th or 10th in the queue before coming here. Just going to the gates here. I'm sure you used to book collections and deliveries left. There we go. So they've not re-tarmacked, they've redone the lines in here. They've repainted the lines. They've put new bays. I'm sure these bays weren't here before for trailer, for drop and swaps and trailers. I'm sure they weren't, but I might be wrong. But the one-way system's always been the same here. You've been with here. I think you've been here with me before, actually. So I'm sure you have. It's a one-way system. So big place though. It's a big place where they do a lot of the installation and that. It's a big old place. Get ourselves booked in. Hopefully, now I'll be able to tell if there's a queue as we go around this corner here. But sometimes you've got trailers on bays as well being loaded as well, so you just have to wait really. There's one lorry, there's one driver, but he's not got a trailer, so he might be picking up a trailer that's being loaded. That is what I'm assuming on this occasion, but I might be wrong. I'm sure that driver, I recognise him. That truck looks familiar to the guy I spoke to last time. He gave me a bit of advice on something. What was it? It actually looks like him. I think it's an older driver. Been driving 40 years. It looks like him actually. Is it a Renault? It's a Renault. It is him. Right, one being loaded, two empty stand trailers, and one being loaded. So what I'll do, I'll get myself booked in, and I'll literally come back to you in just a moment as we reverse onto the bay. You can reverse on with me. I'll put the mic there just for a second, guys. What I need is my high-vis. My high-vis. get myself booked in. They should load me straight away, because that there's one truck there at the moment, and he's nearly loaded, so we should be all right. I need my phone for this. Right, I'll get back to you in just a second, guys. I'll keep the cameras rolling just for a moment, all right? Speak to you in a sec. Right, this is down for delivery today. So this is down, I've just double checked with the guy who's getting me loaded. It's down for delivery, it is down for delivery today, this job, so it's going to be pushing it. If we get loaded now, we'll be alright. Bay 4 and 5. So we're next to that one there, McNally Logistics. 4 and 5, so we're going to go that one there. It's a bit tight, you will see for yourself. So we get a good little swing on this. Right, see how tight it is, guys. You can see how tight it is. Cool. Bit tight. Let's get this bay. Bit tight. There we go. We've had to really give it a swing there. Room to really manoeuvre there, but I've got to really take it wide. Get the bays properly. Never know if I'm straight. That's the problem with these mirrors. You look in your near side, and you never can tell if you're straight or not. I'm a lot of you all used to it. I know when I'm straight. I know what angles I need to sort of start turning out with this now. So put me back into a traditional lorry. I'm really going to struggle to start off with, probably. Right, let's get the curtains open. I'll get back to you shortly, guys. If I can do some recording, I will. I'll speak to you soon. Right, so update is, as I said before, we're being loaded now. They're loading me straight away, which is well, I've taken priority over the driver next to me because it needs to be delivered today. Before 4 o'clock, I've got to be there. So we've got 3.5 hours to get there, which is fine. I think we'll be out of here within half an hour before 1 o'clock, or 1 o'clock at the latest. So it is down as a delivery for today. It sounds like it's a backlog because I've just been told by the forklift guy, who's fairly local to the area anyway, that on Friday last week there was quite a serious accident on the M50, I think it was, which is the road coming down to this location, Ross, and it stopped a lot of lorries getting in and getting out with deliveries, but also for collections. So there's a massive backlog on work apparently. That could be the reason why this one needs to be delivered today, because of the backlog from last week. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to try and get there. We're up against time at the moment because I've got to go back up the 50, down the M5 to get to this place, then across the M4. So I'm hoping to get this off. So he's doing, the fork guy is pretty on the ball. He's on the ball. So so I'm going to go and open the rest of the curtains for him. I'll get back to you as we're leaving, guys, and we'll see what sort of time frame we're going to have getting this job off today. So yeah, let's see if we can do it. We're against time at the moment, so we need to make some time on the way there. But I'll get back to you in just a second, guys. Okay. We're loaded, guys. We're loaded, and it's now 10 to 1. Oh, 10 to 1 and we're loaded. Right, so let's just double check the address. Oxford Road, yes it is. 245 Oxford Road. So, I think we're okay. We're doing okay for time. ETA is okay, so ETA, let's get on our way. ETA is 2:45. We should be good. Let's watch this cleaner driver next to me. I'm nowhere near his trail, his truck I should say. Watch that biffa bin, I've done that before. Right, we're good, we're good. I think we're doing okay for time, but now what we need now is a good clear run. So, up the M50, down the M5, across the M4 is what we need, a good clear run on the motorway. So, as long as we get a good clear run, we'll be okay for time. Bit of a rush this afternoon. I mean, if it doesn't get tipped today, then I'll tip it first thing in the morning. But I'm going to try and get it off today. We're going to make our way there anyway, and we should be okay. Now, if we
traffic on A40, traffic jam ahead between the Oaks and Barrel Lane, 3 minutes delay.
Traffic jam delay on the A40. We're not going down the A40 anyway, so we're okay. Yeah, so if we don't get this off today, it's not a biggie, but I know the office have got plans for my reload, so they want me to get it off today, I know that. So, this is a real blind spot. You can come around this corner too fast, it will be a bit of a fright for someone, but yeah, so we're doing good. I think we're doing okay for time. We'll make a bit of ground on the way there, and see how we do. As long as we get a clear run on the motorway, we will be absolutely fine. So let's see how we do. It's a dry day, the weather's dry, so that makes the roads a little bit easier to make ground on. When it's raining, it slows you down, so we should be okay. We'll see how we do. Yeah, so we'll see how we do. So my sat nav wants to take me straight across the not the fields, I want to say the fields there, straight across the A40 to Gloucester. That way is quicker, however, it's a nightmare. It's quicker to go straight on because it is like a shortcut really, but it's stop start, roundabouts, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so I'm going around the A40 because it's just less hassle. It's a straight run. It is actually a little bit longer, but the wheels are turning constantly. So that's the reason why I got the M50 down the M5 to go around the country lanes. The country lanes are a nightmare going through there. So I always try to avoid it. Let's see how we do. So time is now just before 1 o'clock. We're on the route. Let's see if we get this off. Not going to rush. We're going to try and gain a bit of time going there, but obviously at the same time being safe, taking our time and not rushing too much. I'm not going to rush at all, but I'm going to try and make a bit of ground on the roads, on the motorway, and see how we do. So I'll get back to you shortly as we're approaching our destination for delivery. And yeah, let's see how we do, guys, for delivery time. Apart from that, I will catch up with you very, very shortly, or maybe in a couple of hours or so. Speak to you soon, guys. Right, so you rejoin me as we approach. We're going through the Royal Walton Bassett. So we're going for a bit of a village at the moment, or a town. We are literally 10 minutes away. Now, I looked at a couple of alternative routes to get in here, and one of them could have saved me about 12 minutes. However, I've decided to stick with it and go in this way towards Calne, C-A-L-N-E. I can't even pronounce it. That's the route I've decided to stick with. And hopefully no problems. I've seen a couple of low bridge warnings, but I did see a sign saying large vehicles this way. So this is the way in for large vehicles to where I'm going to. So I didn't see any signs saying unsuitable for HGVs or anything like that. So fingers crossed we're all good. Fingers crossed there's no problems. These cars don't want to be patient. He didn't want to be patient, that's for sure. Yeah, so this is the way in. I've decided to go. We're literally, yeah, less than 10 minutes away. So just gonna have to concentrate now because well, yeah, we're looking. You can see the sign there on the right-hand side. That is what we're looking for. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking for. Fingers crossed we'll have no problems, but there's an Arctic just pulled out in front of me. Old Jenko's company, Broughton Transport. I never knew you did curtain siders. Ah, interesting. I thought it just done fridge work. I thought it was fridge work only. That's good. It's good to see. Yeah, so, I mean, it's a good sign that I've just seen another driver in front of me come out, so he's heading the same direction as me, so I'm assuming should be all right. Now, we haven't got a great deal of time on this battery and that one as well, so we're going to have to see how we do. I'm hoping the cameras won't die on us before we get to our location. Fingers crossed we're okay. I mean, there's a few windy bendies around here. This is obviously one of them. This is a very tight one, so be careful going across here. There's no one coming, so we should be fine. Over the railway we go. I've seen no weight restrictions or height restrictions. Well, I saw a couple of height, but it's not in our direction, so I'm hoping we should be fine. Not been here before, it's a new one for me, but you know, builders merchants, anything can happen with builders merchants, because normally they're in the middle of nowhere. So low bridges can easily pop up in front of you. Let's hope that doesn't happen on this one. You just never know, do you, in this job? You know, you trust your sat-nav as much as you possibly can, but you never know. You put all your dimensions in and you just still sometimes pop up where you shouldn't be, so, or where you don't want to be. Let's see how we do. But we're not far now, literally 5 miles away, so yeah, we're doing good. So our ETA is going to be just before about 10 past 3. So they won't take anything after 4 o'clock. So we're going to be slow. We're going to be here in good time. So we shouldn't have any problems getting tipped. Like I said, guys, if these cameras do die, I do apologise. I'll get back to you afterwards. I'll change these batteries when I get on site and they start tipping me. I'll quickly get these batteries changed over. See how we do. But yeah, so we're doing good for time. I think we're going to make it all right. We've had no major problems down the M5 and down across the M4 London bound, so we've done all right for time. We made some ground on the motorway as well, so we made up a bit, about 15 minutes. We made up a bit of ground, which is good because the roads are pretty clear, so we've done good for time. We just need to keep our wits about us on roads like this, stay alert. Seen quite a few, I must say, coming down this road, I've seen two unmarked police cars on this, well, one on this road and one on the road just before I got off the M, as I turned off for the off the M4. So clearly a lot of cars do speed around here, unless it's a high, I don't know. When you see quite a few unmarked police cars in areas, you do sometimes wonder why. Right, so that's where we're headed to, Kane. If that's pronounced right, I don't know. So we're not far anyway. So right, there's one. Low bridge. Don't go right. 10.9, 10.9. So yeah, we're not going to go down there. That's for sure. We're not going down there. So there is quite a few low bridges around here. There's an Arctic oncoming there. I've just seen GXO just gone past us, but his trailer is a lot lower than mine. So, and the Brownton Transport in front of me, he had a low trailer as well. You sort of read the signs on the roads with other drivers when you go to jobs that you've never been to before. And when you know you've got the highest trailer out of the trucks you're seeing, the drivers you're seeing, you do sometimes think, is there a reason why they haven't got high trailers? That's what goes through your mind. But time will tell, won't it? It will tell eventually whether we're okay or not. Now that one there, he's pretty high. He's not an Arctic, but he's got a high load there. That's a skip driver, so I think he's higher than me. So that's a good sign. There's obviously buses, double-decker buses coming towards us. That's a good sign, because they're pretty much, I think they're similar height to what I've got on. So that's always a good sign when you see them coming towards you, because it means we must be okay up ahead. Now I could have went in another way to this job and gone through the actual village from the other side. However, I looked at it going through Chippenham, and it looked a little bit, I don't know. I looked at the map, and Chippenham looked a little bit, wasn't too sure. You know, there's little villages you go through, and you go through a town, a couple of towns. I thought, I'm not going to risk it. With this, you only go through that one I've just gone through. It's pretty much roads like this all the way in. So I'm glad I didn't really risk it. It didn't feel right with me, it didn't sit right. So I thought I'll just stick to this route, and hopefully we should be okay. I'm on 30 now, so we're just going to slow down. Yeah, so got a few bendies around this way, but we should be okay. The roads don't look too bad around this way. I think I'll come out this way as well. I may come back out this way to link on back to the M4. There's no traffic. No, there's no signs. I can't see any signs to say low bridge or any restrictions for HGVs anywhere. So we'll keep going, and hopefully we should be all right. I'm worried these batteries are going to go soon. So whichever one goes first, we'll keep the other one rolling and keep me talking. Hopefully they'll stay on until we get to our job, because we're literally just less than 4 miles away. It's not far at all. We're not heavy, we're pretty light with this insulation on. Yeah, but it is the school run. It's 3 o'clock, so school run's pretty much starting soon. So we've got to have our wits about us a lot more now, because obviously school run, kids coming out of school, you've got to be careful with kids running out in front of you when they run out into, run out of a school playground or something. You just got to be careful, because if there's schools next to us, then we've got to be aware of that. We should be going right at that roundabout, or straight on, should I say. All good. We're all good to go. Yeah, but schools are coming out now, so we're just going to have to be a bit more vigilant on the road now than normal. When you're driving and doing deliveries through towns or villages or roads like this, and it's school run morning or evening or afternoon, should I say, mid-afternoon, you've just got to be extra careful, because you just don't know who's going to run out in front of you. There's quite a lot of kids around this way. That's a military barracks. I'm assuming that's the married quarters there, where a lot of the military families live, I guess. So there will be schools around here, obviously, to be aware of. Right, we're in for Laneham, so we're literally minutes away now, so not far. I've had a look on Google, and they're fairly easy to find once I see the signs. But we'll see. So we're on a 50 now, but I'm not going to do 50. I'm going to do about 40, if that. Just because I don't want to miss our turning or miss the address. Excuse me. Looks like we're going to get some rain, you know. A lot of military equipment over there. Jesus. Are they preparing for something? Probably. He's on his run. Right. So we're coming down to a 40 zone here, so we'll just ease off a little bit. Quite a built-up area here, so we're going to ease off a little bit. Yeah, so see, this is what I mean. When you come through places like this, these builder merchants we do, they're literally in places that you don't really want to go of an Arctic. I'm kid you not. There's so many of them we go to, and I look at them and I look at the trailers we use, and I think to myself, we should be delivering in these places with some of these trailers we've got. I just think it's crazy. Honestly, these are high trailers we've got, and long trailers. Ah, there's a bridge. Is that a bridge? I see no signs for one, so is that a bridge? No. It looked like a bridge, didn't it? It's a tree. That looked like a bridge. Approaching it from a distance. Speed camera there, but that's not in use. Right, we're up ahead, so we're literally less than just a few minutes away now. Well, this one looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. Steep hill. So time was against us earlier, but we seem to be doing good now. Done all right. We're lucky that the M5 and M4 was a clear run, really. So we should make our job no problem. Well, unless they've got a cut-off time for 3 o'clock, but the office have told me 4, and with most builder merchants, they're normally 4 o'clock anyway, so... just ease off a little bit up here. school up here. Yeah, I'll probably come back out this way. It looks a bit more HGV friendly, this route. This route I've come in at, so I'll probably head back this way. It's definitely more HGV friendly. The roads are a bit, you know, a bit wider, which is good. It's what you want when you're driving these into jobs. Always go in, whichever way you go in, always come back out on. That's my rule of thumb. At least I know I'm going to have no problems, apart from obviously going through the little town, which was absolutely fine for this. So, aha, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. He's got the same height trailer as me. He's got a 15.4. That's a good sign. So, and we're literally minutes away from our job. So, seeing that has made me feel a little bit better. He's probably just come from there anyway. Shouldn't take long for them to take this insulation off either, because it's not heavy. So it's a fairly straightforward tip. And it looks like it's going to start raining. I hope the rain holds off until we get this tipped. And I haven't got to worry about being soaking wet like I was last week for about 2 or 3 days on a trot. Gee, last week, Wednesday afternoon all the way through till I finished on Friday, I just was wet every day, constantly. I was like a drowned rat. It just was raining every single blinking day last week, or from the midweek onwards. Just no matter what I did, I was soaked. Even waterproof, so I got wet. That's how much it was raining. It just wouldn't stop. I'm sure you remember that if you was out in the rain last week yourself. Do-do-do. Right, so we're coming to a roundabout and our job is up here. So we are Oxford Road, which is straight up here. Across the roundabout is Oxford Road. So that looks like we're up here. I'm starting to see some warehouses, which is a good sign. Or a little slightly industrial area on the right hand side. That's a good sign. That means we're around here somewhere. Right, we are in the village or the town where we're meant to be. Wow, look at the size of that motorbike on the right hand side now. Wow, that is amazing. Look at that. Wow. That's awesome. Right, sorry guys, front battery has gone. So I'll keep talking to you on the front camera. You can still hear me, I'm sure. So we're going up ahead. Front camera's gone, so we'll have to keep the commentary going here. Right, so where are we? It's on the right here somewhere. Hello. How the devil are we? So, well, you saw what happened. I did say the cameras would go before we got to that job, and the cameras did go. Both the cameras went just before we got to, well, the one facing me died, obviously, as you know, and the front camera died on me just before we got to site, so I couldn't show you going in. So I do apologise. I did give you a heads up the batteries were going. So now that this one's been charged, I've got 2 others charging at the moment. So yeah, but that's just done for the day, really, guys. Well, basically, I've just got to the services. I've got to the services 2 minutes. I had 2 minutes of drive time remaining before I was over my 4.5, so I just made it in time. We've got into the services. Where are we tonight? I'm going to call it a night. I could push on. I'm not going to bother. We're at Melbury services. The welcome break. Welcome break. It's not very busy at the moment. I'll just show you here. So This is where we are. It's not busy at all. People having their breaks. Some drivers are having breaks. Some have parked up for the evening. And I've decided that I'm going to do the same. So today, I've done a 13-hour day. I've done a 13, so I haven't used my 15. I could use my 15s today. I could use a 15. But I know if I take my 30-minute break now, push on, I'm going to end up going to another services and probably having problems getting parked because it gets later. So I may as well call it a night, start a bit earlier tomorrow, and that's what I'm going to do basically. It started raining now as well, so I've got a good little spot here, so I may as well call it a day. I'm just going to fill the paperwork in, and that's it. I'm going to end this video probably as well because I'm going to try and do a few videos for you this week if I can. Today was all about we was up against time even before we started this morning. Even before we started, and I wanted to really see if I got this second job off because I didn't think I would get it off, but because we got loaded in good time and we made some good ground on the M5 and M4 to Swindon, I thought we'd done pretty well. So I was quite happy to get it off. I got that job we just tipped. We got into the builders merchants and they started tipping me straight away. No messing, straight onto the trailer, straight off. Signed the paperwork, I was gone. So it's now, what time is it now? Nearly 5:15. I started at 4:15 this morning. That's a 13-hour day. I've already sorted my park anyway, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have a shower and have some dinner. It's fairly quiet here still, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'm on the end bay, so I haven't got to worry about getting out in the morning. I should be able just to swing out and go. Famous last words, as they say when you park up at the services. You think you've got a good parking spot, but you wake up in the morning at say 4:30, 5, and then realise you haven't. So you know, anyway, the thing of parking on the end, you end up getting a driver who finishes late and he parks right next to you, so you can't get out. But hopefully that won't happen tonight. Yeah, so it's all good. So I'm going to end this video here, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's not a long one. But tomorrow, I'll do some recording tomorrow. I'll continue my recording tomorrow. And tomorrow's going to be... What's tomorrow going to be? We have got a two and a bit hours drive empty to Tilbury. We are doing a drop and swap tomorrow. And we're delivering in Ipswich. So it's going to be local work. And then where we're going after that, I don't know. We could be loading out of Felixstowe, we could be loading back at Tilbury, could be anywhere down up that sort of way, Norfolk, and heading north for Wednesday. I'm going to assume that. That's me making assumptions, but I don't know. It's a guessing game at the moment, so things change so quickly in this job. You think you're going somewhere, then you're going somewhere else. Just a phone call away, isn't it? But yeah, so I'll continue recording tomorrow. I'm going to work out how to pair my two cameras up to the remote. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done. I'm going to have a shower, have some tea, and then relax to the evening. And tomorrow's a new day, isn't it? Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day. Trying to think anything else I've got to say. I may do a video. I may do a 10-minute video, short video this evening on essentials that you're going to need on the road, because I know there's a lot of new drivers coming into the industry, whether you're a tramper or not, but especially those who are going to be trampers, what equipment to take, essential equipment, I find, things that you do need on the road. So I may do a video on that actually. We'll see how we do. Apart from that, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't subscribed, give us a little subscribe, thumbs up. I'm on social media as well, guys. Come and join me on social media. Any questions you got, please fire away. Apart from that, be safe on the roads. Have a wonderful evening whatever you're doing. This video, when you watch this video, should be out tomorrow, Tuesday. And apart from that, I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Look after yourselves. Speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.